All right, welcome back to The American Dream. The theme of the show is authors. I have the queen of business law herself. I have Kelly Bagla. She's written a book. She's an entrepreneur. What haven't you done, Kelly? You are awesome. It seems like you've done so much. So touch on kind of what your background is. Where did you come from?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Kara. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I was born and raised in England, hence the funny accent. I'm also an attorney, but don't hold that against me. So how many attorney jokes are there, Kara?
I'm going to let you say all of them to me, and I feel like this is leading into one of them.
Well, actually, there's only 3, because the rest of them are true, right?
Oh, see? I had a feeling.
Everybody knows attorneys have such an awesome reputation. Everybody does. But I'm not just an attorney, I'm also an entrepreneur.
You're hardworking, it seems like.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. You have to love what you do.
Exactly.
And based on what I love doing, I've written a book. I am an author of Go Legal Yourself.
Which I have right here.
And
so Go Legal Yourself. And this stemmed from what you've started, and there's literally an elephant in the room that we have to address. So
Literally.
And I love this. So this was born on TV. This is on the Toy Box, which is basically the Shark Tank for toys.
Correct, yes.
So touch on literally the elephant in the room. How did this come, where did the inspiration come from?
Well, about 5 years ago, I started on this project. So it does take time to create something from scratch to take it out to public. And I stuck to my guns. The elephant was given to me when I was a child by my mom, and this particular elephant had very big ears. And so a long time ago, I thought it would be fantastic to share the same sort of feeling that I had growing up, having a best friend with big ears, so other kids out there can have the same feeling as well. And like you just mentioned, I was on the Toy Box. I was one of the winners.
That is awesome. And I heard that the kids voted. Well, who better to judge your toy than, the kids themselves who will be playing with it?
Exactly. So the kids voted, the host voted, and Mattel and Toys R Us, they voted as well.
Wow.
And so Adorables was born on TV. It's made by Mattel, and you can actually purchase it now online at Toys R Us.
That is awesome. And I'm not even a kid anymore, and I love this. It comes with a surprise inside. So it's huge. It's born on TV, made by Mattel.
Yes.
That's awesome. So I'm going to put our elephant back down just so we can focus on. So this really was, you started a really successful business. People got behind it. And then now you wrote a book. There are so many books, but talk about what yours touches on and why it's different.
Absolutely. As I was mentioning earlier, I am also an entrepreneur, and I know how hard it is to start a business, to run a business, let alone, know the legal ins and outs of a business, because that's one thing that will get business owners and entrepreneurs in trouble, is not knowing the legal ins and outs. So I thought, well, as a business owner, you don't go to law school, right?
Right.
And I'm making it as simple as possible for the entrepreneurs out there, how to start a business, how to grow a business, and then eventually how to exit a business and picking the right option for that entrepreneur.
When you say exiting a business, is that an option for selling the business?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can sell the business, you can forward it on to family members if they're involved. You can have your employees purchase the business as well. You can even go public.
Interesting.
So it depends on your type of business and how you would like to exit the business.
And it's all different. And if you read this book, you'd get a better understanding of what would be the best way to exit the business.
Right. So this book is literally written where I'm answering everyday questions that entrepreneurs and business owners want to know. For example, what type of entity should I be? When do I trademark? How do I grow my business? What are the legalities I need to know, especially in the great state of California?
Right.
And so this book really addresses the most important questions that every entrepreneur is asking themselves. There's so much information out there, Kara, so much. And I thought, and most of it is not worth the paper it's written on.
Sure.
So I thought it was time to set the record straight, and I had to write this book.
Good for you. Obviously, you are a true testament to what you've written in this book, because you have started your own successful business. So who better to ask than an attorney who has started her own business?
Yeah, a funny attorney at that.
A funny attorney, exactly. She tells jokes, you guys. This couldn't get any better. So what else is behind, your inspiration and what you do? Who are you as a person, and how does your personality kind of come out in this book?
Well, as a person, again, you have to love what you do. And when I'm not practicing law, I get bored. Hence, Adorables.
Yes.
Right? So I do have a creative side as well. But I truly have gone through the process, Kara, and I can help other entrepreneurs go through the same process as well. If you have an idea, you're passionate about it, how do you take it to the next level? How do you actually create it to be a real live item, a real live thing? And then following that all the way through, obviously, some people don't have the financial backing to do everything themselves. There are multiple options for entrepreneurs to get their products out there. And like you said, I am a true testament. I have a beautiful product out there. And again, just love what you do.
This show is the American dream. We go against the grain of the negative media, but if you could leave us just with a couple things, like what could go wrong? Why is it's so important to read this book? Maybe 3 things that could go wrong to watch out for and why we should read this book and understand it.
Yes, the very first thing that could go wrong is if you're creating a brand and you're creating a logo, such as Adorables, you have to make sure you trademark that name. You need to be the first person to trademark the name early and often. Okay. And you have to use it in the right way as well. The second thing is not having a contract between the people that you're working with.
Okay, no contracts.
No contract, exactly. Make sure you have the right contract with those people.
Okay.
And the third thing that could go wrong, and you could pretty much lose everything, is not having the right entity to begin with.
Gotcha.
Such as, should you incorporate? What type of incorporation? Should it be a limited liability company? Those are the 3 musts that any entrepreneur out there must follow.
Awesome. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for being here.